Emma Cameron was a famous influencer. She filmed and vlogged on TikTok. She posted get ready with me's and routines on her YouTube channel. Everyone adored and loved her. She was so sweet and kind. Emma loved to party. She partied every weekend. She would party alone and with her friends. Emma was also very popular in school. She had many boys after her, and a lot of girls wanted to be her. She was living a fantastic life. She had family, friends, money, and fame. One day, when Emma was in class talking with her friends, the teacher came in. He announced to the fellow class that there will be a new girl joining the school. Everyone was so excited, and so was Emma. She wasn't worried at all that the new student might take her place. Emma was always gonna be the star. But when the girl entered the classroom, everyone gasped and was so mesmerized by the new girl. Her beauty, her confidence, and her grades were better than Emma's. The new girl, Victoria, was head of the class and became loved very fast. She also started a TikTok account and a YouTube channel. Her accounts blew up overnight. She gained millions and millions of followers, more followers than Emma. She became so popular and known. Emma's friends started to become distant with Emma since she was no longer the queen. Victoria was. All the boys that were after Emma was now after Victoria. Every boy wanted to date her, and all the girls wanted to be her friend. This made Emma so mad and jealous. How dared Victoria take away Emma's spotlight? Later that day, Emma came up with a plan. 2 days later, Emma asked Victoria if she could have a word with her. Victoria happily agreed to talk to her. She pulled Victoria aside and told her, "I'm gonna be the last thing you will ever see."
I'm gonna be the last thing you will ever see.
Victoria was confused and asked her what she was talking about. Emma grabbed out a sharp knife and stabbed Victoria while covering her mouth so no one would hear her screams. She let out an evil laughter. Blood was quickly covering Victoria's uniform as she was dying a painful death. Victoria's body dropped to the floor. 2 days later, Victoria was reported missing. Everyone was so worried, while Emma was so satisfied, knowing that everything she had before Victoria took it away would come back. Remember this girl? This is Emma Cameron, the girl who murdered Victoria. And a year after the incident, Emma became popular again. She started posting on TikTok and YouTube again. She got her fame back, just like she wanted. All the boys wanted her again, and all the girls either wanted to be her or be her friend. Even her old friends wanted to hang out with her again. She was happy. One day, she was walking home from school when she suddenly felt uneasy. She felt as if someone was following her. She got a bit weirded out by the feeling and the thought. But the second she got home, she didn't think much of it and brushed it off. She was tired, so she decided not to eat dinner and go straight to bed to take a nap. But when she was walking into her bedroom, she noticed that her window was open. She was sure that she had closed it before she went to school. Emma decided not to overthink it. She probably just was clumsy and forgot to close it before she headed out. She closes the window and gets a shiver. The wind was blowing in fast. It was cold.
Damn, that was cold.
But then When Emma turned around, she saw someone. There Victoria was, standing with a bloody axe. The blood was so fresh that it was dripping down onto the floor, as if she had already used the axe.
I thought I killed you!
Oh, Emma, you did. You brutally murdered me. It hurt, but one thing that you didn't know was that I'm not a human.
Emma gets so terrified, she screams. The next day, Emma and her 2 friends were found dead. The police has no sign of any person that could have killed them, and no one will know that it was Victoria.
I had a best friend named Amy. She was a sweet, caring girl. I loved her, but she had abusive parents that didn't let her do anything, so I didn't really hang out much with her outside of school. She'd come with lots of bruises on her face every day. It broke my heart. She'd talk to me about her abusive parents. The abuse got so bad, to the point where her dream was to become an orphan. She'd also talk about how she always dreamt about going to Paris. I've always wanted to make her dream come true. We grew up together. On my 18th birthday, I got plane tickets to Paris. I was so happy. So finally, I decided to make my best friend's dream come true. Her dream to become an orphan.
There was a man that lived in a village. He lived alone in a little cottage and worked in a restaurant which was nearby. Every morning he woke up, ate breakfast, brushed his teeth, and went to work. He always went the same way. When he finished work, he always went the same way back and had a few beers with his friends. One day, he thought that he would take a little detour to work. So he got up extra early so that he could have his time to look around the area that he lived in. He walked a bit until he came to a beautiful villa. He walked up to the villa to see who lived there, but despite his knocking, no one answered. But he was so curious that he peeked into the keyhole. There he saw a very beautiful ballerina dancing very beautifully. He stood there for a long time just watching. It was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. Then he had to hurry to work so as not to be late. He thought that after work he would go there and watch the dancing ballerina again. And as said, he went back to the villa and looked once more into the keyhole. But the ballerina was not there. All he could see was a red glow. It was strange, he thought, but there was nothing that could be done about it. So he went back and had a few beers with his friends and told them the whole story of the beautiful ballerina. Then one of his buddies looked at him and said, "Have you never heard of the ballerina with the red eyes?"
Once upon a time, there was 2 girls that lived with each other. They were best friends. They grew up together and have always been by each other's side. They never fought. But then one day, everything changed. Luna started acting different. She started coming home super late at night. When Leah asked her why she came home so late, Luna just dodged the question and told her that she was just checking the alarm system. They don't have one. A few days later, when it came to the time when Luna usually goes out, Leah followed. They walked for a while, distant from each other, Leah hoping that Luna wouldn't catch her. All of a sudden, Luna stopped, looking around and then grabbing something from the bushes. Leah started to get creepy vibes. It was cold and the wind was blowing. What Luna then grabbed from out of the bushes shocked Leah to the core. It was a dead body. Luna started sucking the blood out of it by the neck, like a vampire. Nothing could have prepared Leah for this. Leah was absolutely terrified and could not think properly. She started running. She ran and she ran and she ran. Finally, she was home. She was about to take her first steps on the porch, but something was covering the door. Or should I say someone? I used to always go on walks in the park at night, but every Saturday I noticed a man sitting by a tree. I was always curious why he was there at the same time and in the same spot. I started to walk home how I normally do, but I noticed that there was a creepy mask on the sidewalk. I didn't think much of it because Halloween was a few days ago. By the time I got home, I had forgotten about the mask and went to sleep. As I was sleeping, I heard my doorbell ring. And as I opened the door, I saw the same mask outside. I quickly went back inside and locked the door. As I was going back to my room, I heard glass break. I ran downstairs to see what had happened, and in my kitchen, I saw the man from the park standing there wearing the mask.